Hello, and good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope today, hope you're feeling grand, and always when you are. Hi there, everybody. Today's vid tube, we have a pedal to look at, and it is this one. The FrusAxis by Ferry Custom FX and JFFX. I'll get there in the end. Hi. So, this pedal is rather cool. I do like it. This is a follow on people with tube. I've already demoed their other two pedals in the range they've got. They've got the FrusRite and the FrusMuff, and I've demoed both of those. And their videos on the channel somewhere, and they're awesome. They are really awesome pedals. I really like those. And this is really cool as well. This isn't a distortion pedal or a fuzz or anything like that. This is basically just a clean kind of preamp kind of boost kind of thing, just to kind of like give you your it's basically just kick your amp in the face, which is what John does with his CE1. Again, I will still state that his amps are doing a lot of the heavy lifting. The CE1 is helping to that, but it's still just saying. And basically what this pedal is, this is based off the Mooga Fuga pedals, the Moog pedals that John had during the Stadium Arcadium era. They have preamps in as well. So you can imagine John using the CE1 preamp and then also the Mooga Fuga pedal preamps as well. It's going to give him a bit more kind of like, bark basically in his sound. How he ran them, I don't actually know because I never really... although John had those pedals on his board, he rarely used them by the end of the tour. The Mooga Fuga pedals to me were one of those pedals that John kind of like fell in love with before they went on tour with Stadium Arcadium tour. Got on tour, found out they weren't quite working the way he wanted to, because they never really did. He just used them for sound effects by the end. Watch versions of Danny California, you can see him kind of like just looking at it as if to say, what the hell is going on? Because they're just erratic, they just do what they want. But I reckon eventually, John's kind of like just fallen out of love with them. I don't think he even has them on his board anymore. He did at the beginning of the Unlimited Love Tour, he had them, and at the beginning of the Return of the Dream Canteen thing, I think he had them. But I'm not sure if he has them anymore. I don't know. I'm not keeping that up on it, to be honest with you, because reasons. Anyway. But yeah, so massive thanks to JFFX and Ferry Customs FX for sending me this pedal for review, because it's very, very cool. I do like what it does. Another cool thing, people too, is it controls volume spikes. So in the intro jam there, you heard me kick on the DS2. Now without this in the chain, that DS2 is very unruly, and I'll show you that in a bit. Hopefully it's going to be quite hard to show you the volume difference because of YouTube's compression thingy, which tends to ruin dynamics. What a surprise. But hopefully you'll be able to hear the spike. So what we'll do back in a minute, we'll plug this pedal in PeoTube, and I'll just basically show you it I'll show you the amp sound with it off, and then I'll turn it on, show you it with the clean tone, how it changes it, what it does to the amp, what it does to the sound. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it off again and show you the DS2 without it, and then with it. For me, PeoTube, it sounds great, but for me the DS2 is kind of harsh. It cuts. It's really cool. It's a great sound, but it's not quite what I would like. But again, that's me. This isn't. This goes beyond me. Let's just say that. Anyway, it's a very simple pedal PeoTube, so this video ain't going to be very long, and there's not a lot to show you because it's a simple dial called Drive, which in me personally, I wish it had a little more. Again, my personal preference, I wish there was a little bit more on the drive. I wish where it was full was half, if that makes any sense, so I could have a little bit more, just to kick the amp into that edge of breakup kind of sound. Because what this pedal does, it's basically a compressor. It's basically just like kicking the front. It's basically just the volume on a compressor. It's just kicking the amp in the front end, basically, just like giving it a bit of pummeling and just driving it a little bit. Whereas I would kind of like to drive it a little bit more. But the really cool thing is it's not distorting the amps, I'd say, which is cool. But I would like it to get to at least edge of breakup. Not distortion, just edge of breakup, if that makes any sense. So when it's cranked to the max, you get that kind of like, dirty, clean kind of sound that John had. But it's still really nice, and I like the way it feels. It feels like a really nice under your fingers, especially with a Strat. Like when you're playing, it's really smooth and warm, and it does, and it gives you enough sustain to play with that clean kind of sound and not feel kind of like exposed by it. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. It's not some kind of weird, Saturday morning flasher kind of exposed. But, you feel I feel very comfortable with this on. In all fairness, again, if I used this pedal on my board, I would never turn it off. This would be one of those pedals that I would have on all the time, and I think that's its purpose. It's not really a pedal you toggle on and off. Maybe it is. But it's not really a pedal that I would ever turn off. I would have this thing on all the time. Anyway, Pikachu, is there anything else I've missed? Let me just scan through their thing, see if there's anything. Yeah, it is wood on the side. I love the wood on the side. They're really cool. Because, obviously, yeah, it's like the Moog pedals. The Moog pedals have wood on the side. Of course. I didn't even realise that. Again, this is why I'm reading things, because, like, you never know. Anyway, so, 9 volt. Like I say, simple. That shows it's on. That shows it's peaking, which is what you want. And yeah, it's very simple. There's nothing to it. It just works. So anyway, that's enough waffle. Let me plug it back in and let's make some noise for YouTube. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the amp totally clean. We're going through the Marshall MG today. So I'm going to show you the amp totally clean, how it's set up, and it is literally sparkling clean. And then I'll kick on the FrusAxis and show you it with that. And then I'll turn it off. Show you the volume jump with the DS2, turn back on the FrusAxis, and show you with the DS2 as well. So hopefully that'll come across. I don't hold out any hope that volume jump thing will come across because of, again, YouTube's compression. But hopefully there might be something there you can hear. So without further ado, let's get going with the FrusAxis. That's quite hard to say for a cat-handed idiot like me. The FrusAxis by Ferry Customs and JF Effects. And again, massive thanks to them for sending me this pedal. It's very, very kind of them, and I appreciate it very much. So, let's go! Okay, there you go. That's the FrusAxis. To me, that sounds fantastic. The way it feels to play, the way the DS2 reacts to it, well, the way the WoW reacts to it, the way everything reacts to this is fantastic. It feels great to play with as well. Like I say, it's one of those pedals that's kind of addictive because you wouldn't ever turn it off. Like, when I turned it off at the end, I was like, it's kind of like, where's all the fun gone, man? Hopefully you got the idea of the volume difference. I don't know how well that'll come across. It's quite drastic in the room. When this is off and the DS2 goes on, it's quite a drastic volume jump, like it is. But with this engaged, it just kind of controls it just in just the right amount where you've still got, because when you kick on a distortion pedal, you want a little bit of volume jump. Not like tons like the DS2 and the Ibanez War can give you if you don't give them what they want. Which, again, that dirty signal. But that just controls it just enough where it's not unpleasant and it feels great. When you kick on the DS2, it feels fantastic to play through. It really does. And I say, even when the DS2's off and you're just playing with this, it feels really nice. It's really spongy under your fingers. That's the word I'm looking for. Spongy under your fingers. It feels really... I want to use the word forgiving, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It just feels great. It just feels fantastic. I really like the way it feels to play through. I can't think of the word. It reminds me a lot of my Ed the Compressor, the Marshall pedal I've had for ages, a compressor pedal. It reminds me a lot of that because I used to have that on my board years and years ago. And I used to kick that on for kind of like cleanish guitar solos, not kind of like full out distortion. Just used to kick it on to give me an extra bit of smack in the front end of the amp. And in so doing, made everything just a little bit easier, and also just kind of like gave me the ability to kind of just get across what I wanted to do. Because clean can be quite unforgiving, and also like not unforgiving in some ways, but like also kind of like stifling, because it doesn't really fill you full of much inspiration if it's just kind of going plink, plink, plink. Whereas this adds to that. It's really, really cool. It's really awesome. So yeah, there you go, POTT. The FrusAxis by Very Custom Effects and jffeffects.com. Links in the description box below. Thank you to them. So I can't speak. I'm just going to start doing it on like a billboard. And like, you know, like the Bob Dylan Subterranean Homesick Blues music video, I'm just going to start writing boards out and just holding them up so you can read them. So this thing doesn't have to open because it's rubbish. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you thought, people of YouTube. Especially you John Frusciante nuts out there. Let me know what you thought. And like I say, really cool. Just a great kind of like preampy compressor thing. And it's one of those pedals that like, it's very addictive. I wouldn't turn this off. It's just one of those. It's adding, like I said, I would like a little bit more, like on the gain side, but it's just adding that right amount of compression where it just feels great under your fingers. You know, it just feels great. Anyway, people, hope you enjoyed this vid for what it is, and yeah, and again, massive thanks to them for sending this pedal, massive thanks to you for watching. If you like the videos I do on this channel, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Links to that are down there in the description box, as well as links to these guys as well. And yeah, go on and check out the other videos I did on their other line of pedals as well, the FrusRite and the FrusMuff, both awesome fuzz pedals, really awesome fuzz pedals. I really want to demo their wah. They have an Ibanez wah clone. But I don't think they sell them outside of Brazil, which is where this company is based. Which is a kind of a shame, because I'd really love to demo one of them at some point. Anyway, be that for what it may. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vid, YouTube, on this very, very cool pedal. Like I say, it's a really nice... Again, this shouldn't just lean towards John Frusciante fans. This is a really, really nice, clean boost pedal. It really is, and I actually prefer this to the, MXR micro amp. But... I really, really like the way this feels. It's great. It's not... It doesn't colour anything too much. It just boosts things. It just makes things a little bit more which is awesome. Anyway, let me know what you thought, people of YouTube, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening, and goodbye now.